use tinkercad to design a portrait of a person. Once you have logged in to tinkercad, I am going to click the plus create blue button and then 3D design. Once you are logged in and you are in your workspace, you are going to build a face on the work plane right here in the middle. I am going to start by finding the shape that I'm going to use for the base of my project. I'm going to use a cylinder. So to put the cylinder on the work plane, I click it, drag it, and drop it, and I'm going to set it right there. This box right here shows me the height of the cylinder. I'm going to change that height. I'm going to click the box, and then I'm going to tap right here where it says 20, and I want to type in 5. Then I'm going to click the cylinder and click one of the corners, one of the boxes in the corner, and I'm going to drag it and make it bigger, making it into an oval shape like a face. A face is kind of an oval, so that's what the cylinder should be. That looks good. Now I'm going to move it so it's in the middle of my work plane. For the remainder of the project, we are going to be using the scribble feature. I'm going to tap the scribble feature, drag it and drop it, and I'm going to set it on my work plane. I can set it right here where I want it to go. And in here, I can draw the eyeball for my person. You can design it any way you want. I'm just going to draw mine real quick. If your lines aren't perfect, that's okay. You can always erase. I'm going to use the shape erase to kind of fix that whole side because it was a little crooked. I am going to try to smooth that out a little bit better. That looks good. I'm going to do another rainbow line. And I'm going to color half of this in. If you're trying to color in a whole space, it's faster if you use the shape tool in the scribble feature of tinkercad. I can just kind of fill that whole space in. That's a good eyeball. Now I am done with, I'm going to do just the eye, and I'm going to press done. I am going to zoom out so I can see my whole project, and I'm going to click up here where it says top. Now I'm going to change the size of this because it is too big. I can click those corners and I can move them, and I can also move the eye. Now to change the size, you want to use the corner ones. I'm going to zoom in over here on the side so you can see this a little bit better. That looks good. If I want to make it wider, I can do that. I do not want to click the arrows and rotate it. That is not what I want to do right now, so let me zoom back out. Click the top view. That looks good. I'm going to put the eyeball right about there. Still looks a little big, so I'm going to make it smaller. Now, I'm going to make 2 eyeballs. In tinkercad, if you want to make a copy of something, you can. Since we want both eyeballs to be the same, I'm going to make 1 eyeball and then come up here to the top where you see the repeating squares. This is the duplicate and repeat feature, or the copy and paste. So I can click it and it has made a copy of it. There's 2 of them here now. You just can't see it because they're right on top of each other. Now I have to click and drag one over to the side, and now I have 2 eyes that are exactly the same. Now that I have shifted it over, I want to flip it. A face is symmetrical. That means one side is a mirror image of the other. So it's a flip and not a slide. So I'm going to keep this one selected, and I'm going to come up here to the other top right hand corner, and right here where it says mirror is where we can flip it. It'll flip it, and now I can click down here on the arrows as to which way I want to flip it. I want to flip it horizontally, so I'm going to click the side to side bottom arrow, and that looks good. Now not all the features of my face will need to be flipped and rotated, but that one does. Now I can continue the process of adding other things to my face. However, you can see that my eyes do stick up quite a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and select both of them by tapping on both. This white box right here is what will change the height. Now I'm just going to drag it down to as tall as I want it. Now I don't want to make it the same height as the oval, because then you won't be able to see it popping up. We do want the features on our face to pop up just a little bit. There we go, that looks good. And I'm going to continue adding more features to my face. I'm going to click the scribble feature, put this where I want it to go. I'm going to draw the nose. Because this is being attached to the base, which is an oval, it is okay if all the lines do not touch and connect. And then I'm going to make this shorter so it's not popping up quite so much. And let me check the top view to see if I like the position of it. Nope, that looks way too big. So I'm going to make it smaller. I can even make it skinnier, and I can change it around a little bit. That's looking pretty good. Like that. Now, I'm going to continue this process until I've added all of the features to my design. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can kind of see what I'm working on. And if at the end my oval is too big, I can also go back and change that as well to make that a better shape. That looks a little bit better. I'm going to keep adding more details, and then I will be finished. I'm going to continue adding different parts to my face. Remember, you can adjust the size of the oval to make it whatever shape you want. When you are ready to start working on the hair, you can use the scribble feature to add the hair as well. Instead of adding hair though, I think I might add a hat. To add a hat, I'm going to use the box, that's the red cube on the right hand side, and I'm going to drag it and I'm going to drop it right there on the work plane. I am going to tip my screen sideways just a little bit, and I'm going to grab that box that lets me adjust the height, and I'm going to bring it down a little bit, and then I'm going to grab a corner and I'm going to slide it across my face. And let's adjust this. That still looks a little big, and I need to bring it down a little bit. Now let's look at that top view. That looks pretty good. Now let's add, I want to duplicate this one. I'm going to make it the same because I want it the same height. So I'm just going to make a copy of it. I'm going to slide it and move it. I want to make sure they're touching, and then I'm going to make this one more of a square shape. I'm going to slide it into the middle, and now I have a hat. I can kind of spin it around, make sure that it's overlapping that oval. There we go. Now my person has a hat. I can continue adjusting this. If you want to add other details as well, you can. If you want to add other things with the shapes over here on the right hand side, you can. Maybe I want to use one of these tube shapes to make the ears, so I can just put that flat on the work plane and then slide it in there, and that maybe could be my ear instead of having to draw it. Now I do need to zoom in, and I'm going to adjust my view because that ear is sticking out way too much. So I'm going to bring the height down to match the height of the oval, and then let's zoom out again and adjust that. Now when this prints, you will not see this part of it right here. If you want to, you can duplicate it like we did before, slide it over so it matches. Now I want these to be in the same spot, and it kind of shows you that, but one thing you can do to make sure they're lined up is to select both ears. Double click on both ears. Now up here at the top right hand corner, there are these two lines. They're almost like boxes stacked on top of each other. This is the align tool. I'm going to click align, and now there's different ways you can align it. It kind of gives you a quick little preview of what they'll do. I want this one right here in the middle so that way they're matching. And now that looks like they're lined up, so I'm going to unclick from that. Now this right here will not look like that when it prints. But if you want, you can make it look like it's all the same thing today by grouping it. So I'm going to click this little ring. I'm going to click the oval to multi-select, and then I'm going to click the other ear. So I have selected both ears and the face, and I'm going to come up here where these two shapes have merged together, the square and the circle, and this is called group. If I click group, it'll group it, and then now they're all seamless and the same thing. So now it looks like it's all the same, and it doesn't look like that's two separate shapes. So I can group those, and if I wanted to group the hat, I could do that as well. So I'm going to continue adding different designs and details. Now if I wanted to, I could take a shape, and instead of putting it on the work plane, I can put it on top of the hat. So let's add a heart to the hat. Now you can see that it put it here. So I'm going to put it right, make this a little bit smaller. Doesn't need to be quite that big. Let me change the shape of it. Now I'm going to unclick it. There we go. And let's change the viewpoint. And now that heart is going to be sitting right on top of my hat. We don't want anything sticking too far up off of our face. This is a low relief. That means it can pop up just a little bit. Nothing should be popping up too much. I'm going to continue adding details, adding different things until I am happy with my design. When I am done, I'm going to come up to the top. I'm going to type in my name and the word face, because we created a face. Or you can type in portrait, or if you did a self-portrait, maybe you could type in selfie. Whatever kind of face you made, give it a name. I'm just going to call it portrait. And I'm going to hit save by clicking the tinkercad logo to log out, to save and log out. And I am done with my face design for today.